I'm what is known as a balcony photographer. I refuse to leave my own home, but now that I have a bird feeder, I'm allowed to set up various scenes and trigger with the ultimate slow motion. We got the most magical moments that were ever captured.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So here's the deal. We got a bunch of footage, some from my phone with the motion trigger where I would just set it. I tried to change angles multiple times, did multiple different like 960 frames per second as well as 1920 sometimes and the 7680 in all different positions. And then we got the RX10 IV, a Steinbeck gift with the 960 and a couple 480 moments. And in the first grackle moment, we have water droplets splashing in many different directions. And he looks up at me and splashes more water around in a design only seen in slow motion frame rates. He's a grackle, the most blue-headed bird ever in existence. So like we're doing magical splash balls and then he's jumping up to get some food. He's gathering food for his family. Boom, he's landing with his giant feet. I realize some moments the slow motion is not helping me because he's doing the thing that I wanted to record right now. He's getting bigger and bigger. As more time passes, he's puffing up very slowly, but surely he's gonna be a giant soon. But it's like so slow that you don't even realize it's happening. But he's huge now. He's threatening everyone in the area. He's like, I'm bigger than you. These are my seeds. Don't forget that. I think this was the 480 frames per second. It's just a little faster, still very slow. They're fighting like, come on, man. Come on over here. You can't have any of these. God, what kind of attempt was that to dethrone me? Good luck next time. Didn't even drop the seed in my mouth. You're not a threat. I realize some of these shots, you can see my window is a little dirty as he notices that's stupid, but I'd since cleaned my window and we got some moments here. He almost landed. He's like, no, they look a little too close here. I'm out of here. That's not worth it. And here's the last of the Sony footage. Again, he is puffing up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this in slow motion. Wait for it. You can totally tell he's kind of bigger than he was like 1 second ago. So like they puff and then twist. Ooh, it's a puff twist. Which brings us to the fact that I will never be upgrading my phone ever. I do not believe there's any phone in existence that can match this. 7,680 frames per second. You have a motion trigger box that just, you set it up near the bird feeder. When something enters it, it just records. It's a split like quarter second, but that's plenty long enough for the most glorious shots ever. We got a bunch of different angles. And yes, sometimes it gets triggered by a tiny bird that was very far away and you don't deserve to be in my show right now. But whatever, we're moving on. We had to reset over here and then look at that. Are you joking? He comes in swooping in. This is 960 frames per second, HD, full HD, some might say. He didn't even land. He was like, what the hell's that phone? Yeah, sometimes it gets triggered by these moments where it's like, yeah, that's not the dramatic wing thing I was looking for, buddy. This was possibly the coolest moment I've ever captured in my life. We're doing 7,680 frames. It's interpolated, but it's interpolated from 1920 frames per second real. So that's why it still looks good. The odd time you'll see a little feather thing that's a little warpy and weird, but this is a blue jay slowly coming into our lives. And it's just, come on, like what, you're gonna switch to an iPhone and you get 240 frames per second. That's like 40 times not as slow. That's how you say that, by the way. So it's like, come on now. I mean, this is too fun. Do you always need to be that slow? Probably not. Not every moment's gonna call for it. And it's kind of annoying that I can't tell if this was shot in 7,000 frames or 1920 or 960 because it just gives you a little HD 30 frame per second file no matter what. So you can't tell a damn thing, but just judging by the speed, this one definitely 7,000 frames per second. It's just these dramatic moments I wish mirrorless cameras can do this. Just set up a little box. Like, you could, why not? Like, every camera has a focus box. Why not arm the recording when something enters that box and focus on it? It might take a lot of processing power, you know what I mean? But come on, give me something. Like, it makes it so much easier to get these things. It's like pre-recording, but pre-recording wouldn't work in this scenario. Like, say I'm waiting there and I see this guy and he's landing. It's like, as soon as he lands, I would have to run to the camera and press stop recording. It just doesn't work very good. Like, the motion trigger is the ultimate thing. And if a camera can do this, then even like the HD 240, it would look like really good. It'd be mirrorless quality with your 3D pop. And it's like, oh my God, no one's giving us fun features that even a phone has. Come on. The only limitations with this phone is like, it's a split second that you get to actually record. So it can be tough to get that perfect moment. And also the full HD 960 looks quite good. And then it drops pretty hard to 720p, but it looks pretty bad the slower you get, but come on. This is really fun just to set up different scenes and see like what's the best angle here. And it's tough, you don't know which direction a bird is gonna fly from. It's like, how do you set that motion box for the perfect thing? And setting focus, I just tap on the bird feeder, but I don't know that it even locks sometime. I would like if it looked better. It'd be nice to have like more dynamic range. Like, it's always just like, you can barely see the details of a damn thing, but these moments where it's like full extension of the feathers, it's hilarious, and I need it in my next phone to be improved on this, not worse. These are probably the best 2 shots. I saved them to the end just to reward my homies who stay with me to the end. You ride and die. Even though those wing feathers, don't look at those. That's a little moment there, or interpolation. But like, we did a top-down version, and to think that all modern phones can't even do this, like, they just get worse and worse, the specs. Other companies do this. They do, I think Xiaomi does 1920, but it's not interpolated. It's probably interpolated from 240 frames per second, and it looks like that. It looks terrible. Like, the warping feathers you see sometimes in this are every single shot, all throughout every single thing you do. So it's like, there's no point even using it. It's not even real. This is like actually real. And it's like, come on, angel of death coming down to you, blackened heart, slowly thinking of grabbing sunflower seeds to bring to his babies. I think the cinema is ours, if we're being real here. And it's just so annoying that this phone sucks. When it comes to skin tones, I want to upgrade it, but I can't because I lose this feature. Even Huawei themselves in their newest phone only do 960 frames, and I think that's interpolated from 240. So it's like, what the hell happened? You already led for years. Your like P40 Pro did like super slow, and then this was the pinnacle doing 7,000. And then the next generation's like, oh, let's take that out. Who needs this? And you focused on what, more megapixels? Oh, thank God. Who needs to have fun? So companies, you sicken me. Unlike Fuji, of course, we're on the Fuji X-H2S with the 23mm 1.4 in Astia with dynamic range at 100 this time. Just to see, I could have sworn I heard Marcus Pix say that DR400 changed the colors and it was worse. I was like, I always use that. Uh-oh. That's why we need our old men with experience, super old men. They bring us their life journeys and it's like, oh, wow. And then you copy it and then you look better. Although I look older than he does. It's not really fair. It's not the sugar in my diet, but I'll leave. So what do you think? What phone does this? None. There's your answer. I keep getting people like, try the Xiaomi, it does 1920. Thank you for believing the advertisement. Go look at the examples. It looks like utter trash. Just like your raccoons. That didn't really fit. But thank you for the Bitcoin. It fits in my wallet. Subscribe for more videos.